Was Gwyneth Paltrow at fault? No.
I'm going to Palm Beach County Jail, you alright?
Yeah, Palm Beach County Jail.
This is why people do not like police officers.
What's his first name?
Orlando Brown. You ever seen Major Payne?
Yeah.
That's him, the little kid. That's a Raven. That's him too.
It's the sheriff's office. We're here to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Can I come in and talk with you?
Oh, I'm not.
Can you get dressed for me?
Here at Law&Crime Network, we're used to bringing you true crime coverage from coast to coast. Whether it's body cams, high-profile arrests, or shocking verdicts. And on occasion, the defendant in one of our cases happens to be someone recognizable. As 2023 comes to a close, we're zeroing in on the top celebrity true crime moments from the past calendar year, detailing every shocking twist and turn in the cases.
I was skiing and two skis came between my skis, forcing my legs apart, and then there was a body pressing against me.
We begin in Park City, Utah, with Academy Award winner Gwyneth Paltrow's civil trial. Just 1 year after the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard civil trial captivated audiences across the globe, another A-list celebrity took the witness stand when she was sued for $300,000 in damages after a 2016 ski accident.
Then two skis slide slowly between my skis.
The case was brought about by Terry Sanderson, who had collided with Paltrow on the ski slopes back in 2016. Sanderson alleged his quality of life plummeted after the incident, blaming Paltrow for negligence when she crashed into him and for leaving the scene without making sure he was okay.
I got hit in my back so hard, and I'm right at my shoulder blades, and it felt like, and was perfectly centered, and the fists and the poles were right there at the bottom of my shoulder blades. Serious smack. Never been hit that hard, and I'm flying. I'm absolutely flying.
When Sanderson sued Paltrow for $300,000, she countersued for only $1, claiming Sanderson was the one who crashed into her.
His body pressed up into my back.
Okay.
So I froze. I don't know exactly how far the skis would have come through.
Okay.
Because then I noticed his body pressing against my back.
Okay.
And then it was probably a few good seconds, and then we fell to the right. Somebody must have caught an edge.
It was like you were spooning.
Well, when we fell down, we fell. I fell on his body. He fell on the ground, and so it was kind of like a spoon on the ground.
In the end, it was Paltrow who came out on top when jurors found Sanderson 100% at fault for the crash.
Was Terry Sanderson at fault? Yes. Did Terry Sanderson's fault cause Gwyneth Paltrow's harm? Yes. What percent of the fault do you assign to Terry Sanderson? 100%. Damages. What amount fairly compensates Gwyneth Paltrow for economic damages? $1.
While jurors ruled in favor of Paltrow, a California jury ruled against former That 70s Show actor Danny Masterson after years of sexual abuse allegations went to trial.
Do you also understand that you must be present anytime the court orders you to be present for any substantive hearing, for any preliminary hearing, for any trial, and for any disposition in this matter?
Yes, sir.
Back in September, a California judge sentenced Masterson to 30 years to life in prison for raping 2 women. This comes years after Masterson was initially charged back in 2020 for raping 3 women. The incidents date back to 2001 and 2003 and were unearthed after a 3-year investigation against Masterson. In 2021, he pleaded not guilty to the charges, and a trial the following year ended in a mistrial. A second trial was held in spring 2023, ending with a guilty verdict in 2 of the 3 charges. Masterson may be eligible for parole in more than 25 years. His attorneys say they plan to appeal the verdicts.
What I seriously refute are these very, very serious criminal allegations.
Movie star Russell Brand now faces similar allegations when, in November, an actress filed suit against Brand accusing him of sexually assaulting her back in 2010. The woman, referred to as Jane Doe in court documents, alleges Brand raped her on the set of the movie Arthur. This comes after additional women accused Brand of sexual assault, with incidents spanning from 2006 to 2013. In a video posted to his YouTube page, Brand refuted all the claims.
These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. It's worth mentioning that there are witnesses whose evidence directly contradicts the narratives that these two mainstream media outlets are trying to construct, apparently in what seems to me to be a coordinated attack.
From a movie star to a reality star, when Brandon Bam Margera is arrested twice for separate altercations. In April, the Jackass star was arrested after allegedly threatening to kill his brother. He turned himself over to police days after a warrant was issued for his arrest. In August, Margera was arrested again, this time for public intoxication and disorderly conduct outside of a Pennsylvania hotel. Right now, he's awaiting trial in both of those cases. For another 2000 star, former child star Orlando Brown, it was an aggravated menacing charge that put him back in the headlines.
No problem. Get out of here.
We're gonna go down
back.
this
Okay,
one.
cool. No problem. Can I talk to him real quick?
Yeah, we're gonna go, okay?
Brown was arrested in Lima, Ohio, after allegedly charging at his friend with a hammer and knife blade.
If he pulled a knife and hammer on you, you could be charged with domestic violence.
Well, if that's the route I gotta go, I don't want to go that route, but he just had a knife and a hammer.
Okay, what did he do towards you? I mean, how
He
did
came in
he...
aggressive mode and was like, hey, no, I'm about to up, I'm about to...
And he was coming
Correct.
towards
He
you?
was thrusting it, forward thrust and all of that.
Once famous for his role on the Disney Channel show That's So Raven, Brown pleaded guilty to the charges in February. He was sentenced to 60 days in jail, but was released when an Allen County judge gave him time served. But Brown isn't the only former Disney Channel star to have a run-in with the law. One time, Hannah Montana star Mitchel Musso was arrested back in August when he allegedly stole a bag of chips from a Texas hotel and was, quote, verbally abusive in a drunken stupor. Entertainment attorney Jonathan Handel says seeing child celebrities fall into legal trouble as adults is not uncommon.
There's a lot of pressure in being a child star. You suddenly have fame, you suddenly have wealth, you suddenly have power, and you might not even be 10 years old. That brings with it pressures that in many cases can lead, frankly, to addiction issues, to alcohol, which is implicated allegedly in the situation here with Mitchell, drugs, other behaviors that are dysfunctional.
In November, all charges against Musso were dropped. He made a statement to his Instagram story, writing in part, quote, "Thank you guys for standing by me during this time. Sorry, couldn't talk about it. Had to wait till the truth came out."
It's the sheriff's office. We're here to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Can I come in and talk with you?
Oh, I'm not clothed.
Can you get dressed for me?
From Disney Channel stars to a Nickelodeon star, Drake Bell found himself in hot water this year after he was reported missing. Body camera video shows officials tracked down Bell, who answered the door to his hotel room without clothes on.
You dressed yet?
No.
In April, the Daytona Beach, Florida Police Department put out a missing persons report for Bell, saying he was missing and endangered, meaning he could be a risk to himself or others. According to a report released by the Orange County Sheriff's Office, Bell was also suicidal and threatening to kill himself. Body camera video shows authorities catch up with Bell at a hotel. When staff say they want him trespassed from the building, Bell says he doesn't have anyone to pick up his car that's parked in the hotel lot.
Would you like to go ahead and let him know that he's not welcome back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna have you check out. That's fine.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll fill out a trespass warning, so it's on paper for you as well.
Okay.
But it does need to be communicated from you guys, so
That's fine.
you're not to be welcome back after we leave. Okay.
As far as getting your car or whatever they do with that, they may have it towed.
Is there anybody you could arrange to have
pick it
come
up?
get your car so that it doesn't get towed?
Your family up in Winter Park?
Is there his family in Winter Park?
He does.
Well, I don't have anyone here that can pick it up, so maybe we just tow it.
I mean, we can allow him to.
You can come back.
You can come back and pick it
As long as you
up.
don't come in inside the hotel, you can come pick it up if we hold on to the keys.
Then let's do that.
Bell later addressed the incident on his Twitter, writing, quote, You leave your phone in the car and don't answer for the night, and this? Days later, he seemingly commented on the incident, again writing, quote, "It truly blows my mind how mean people are on here to people clearly dealing with mental health issues. It's unreal how cruel you all can be."
I will get back in my truck right now if you let me out of these handcuffs. Well, if you don't, it's going to be a mistake, sir. I promise.
Celeb crime spanned more than just actors, though. 2023 also saw country star Zach Bryan arrested during a traffic stop in Oklahoma.
This is why people do not like police officers.
It happened in September in Craig County, Oklahoma. At the time, Bryan's security got pulled over for a traffic stop. Bryan, who was driving a separate vehicle, also pulled over and got out, asking first responders what was taking so long. After that, Bryan allegedly refused to get back into his pickup truck, even after he was told he'd face jail time if he refused to comply.
I'm wondering why it's taking so long. Well, it's not any of your business. If you need to get back in your truck because you're interfering with officer discharge of duties right now. Either get back in your truck or go to jail. I don't care which. I'll go to jail. Let's do it. All right. Got to give you an option to get back in your truck. You said you're ready to go to jail. I said you interfere with officer discharge of duties.
The singer was then arrested for obstruction of a law enforcement officer.
I gave you an option. No, yes, sir. No, you didn't. I did. No, you didn't. I'm a 27-year-old kid. And I said, take me to jail then. I was being a smart ass. I apologized immediately after.
I know, and will you let me finish up this?
I would get back in my truck right now if you let me out of these handcuffs.
Well, if you
don't, it's going to be a mistake, sir. I promise.
The singer later posted about the incident on social media, writing in part, quote, "Emotions got the best of me, and I was out of line in the things I said. I support law enforcement as much as anyone can. I was just frustrated in the moment. It was unlike me, and I apologize."
I'm going to Palm Beach County Jail, you heard?
Rapper 6ix9ine, also known as Tekashi 6ix9ine, was also arrested during a traffic stop, but this time for failure to appear in court.
Warrant for what? Unlock your fingers. Spread your legs for me. Spread your legs wider than that. Tell me for what, though? Yeah, I'm going to tell you. 1 second.
Officials with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office in Florida pulled him over on August 9th and took him into custody. The rapper, whose legal name is Daniel Hernandez, claimed he didn't know about the court date or the ticket.
You got a traffic warrant. So you taking me to jail for a traffic warrant? Yes, sir.
Ready to appear, bro. You don't show up at court.
I didn't know that. When? For what, though? I guess you received a ticket or something that you didn't pay? I never received a ticket.
He was booked into the Palm Beach County Jail before he was released on bond. In October, though, he was arrested again, this time in the Dominican Republic for alleged assault of 2 music producers. Another rapper who made headlines this year was YNW Melly, whose case ended in a mistrial in July of this year.
They have further discussions, reviewing the evidence and speaking freely amongst the jury. We are still unable to reach a unanimous decision. So at this time, what I'm going to do is just declare mistrial.
Melly, whose legal name is Jamel Demmons, is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, as is Cortland Henry, who's otherwise known as YNW Bortland. Prosecutors say the pair killed their friends and co-members of their YNW collective, 19-year-old Christopher Thomas, also known as YNW Juvie, and 21-year-old Anthony Williams, who went by YNW Sack Chaser. The murders date back to October of 2018 in Miramar, Florida. That's when Henry pulled up to a hospital with both victims bleeding out in his vehicle. He said it was a drive-by shooting, but prosecutors said surveillance video put both victims, Bortland and Melly, together the night of the murders. They allege Melly committed the crime as part of gang violence.
And you're going to see pictures, you're going to see videos of the defendant doing something called stacking, which is a way to show a gang affiliation and to broadcast it to the world. And this is not just in music videos. This is not just in lyrics, because we're not going to get into that. That's artistic expression. That's not why we are here today. We are here because the defendant murdered 2 individuals.
But Melly's defense argued the prosecution's theory didn't add up. Why would he kill two of his best friends?
But you know what does require a motive? A young man to wake up one day and decide that he's going to kill two of his best friends. Best friends that he grew up with, best friends that he hangs out with, best friends who he lives with, best friends whose careers he was trying to launch alongside his own. They have no reason for why he would do this, because there is no reason.
After more than 14 hours of deliberation, the case's judge declared a mistrial when jurors couldn't reach a unanimous verdict. Jury selection is now underway for Melly's retrial, with the case expected next year.
Preserving, protecting, enhancing the reputation, power, and territory of the enterprise through acts including murder, assault, and threats of violence are what the evidence will show these defendants did.
Prosecutors in Georgia also allege gang violence at the hands of another rapper, Young Thug, whose legal name is Jeffrey Williams. After nearly 10 months of jury selection, opening statements were finally presented in the case in the last week of November. Thug is accused of murder, attempted murder, drug dealing, armed robbery, and witness intimidation. Prosecutors say Thug's YSL group is both a crew of rappers and a street gang. They allege between 2015 and 2022, Thug and several others knowingly committed these crimes, with Thug as the head of the YSL gang.
Obtaining money and other property through illegal activities like robbery, theft, and illegal drug sales and distribution. And obstructing law enforcement, killing 12. Investigations and court proceedings through witness intimidation and attacks upon law enforcement officers. You'll see it for yourself.
Thug's team pushes back on this theory, saying their client doesn't need the power or the money.
Jeffrey Williams has been nominated and won and recognized MTV, United Kingdom, American Soul Train Music Awards. He is a Grammy Award winner. XXL Awards, BET Awards, Billboard Music Awards. Every single year since 2014, that's what he has accomplished. He is not sitting there telling people to kill people. He doesn't need their money. Jeffrey's worth tens of millions of dollars.
The trial, now in its early stages, is expected to last multiple months. Also in Georgia, former President Donald Trump was indicted for allegedly messing with election results when he lost the state back in 2020. His mugshot in this case made the rounds this summer. But that's far from all the legal issues Trump faces. He's also charged with 34 felonies in a hush money scheme, allegedly to cover up a sex scandal during the 2016 presidential election. In June, he was indicted on 38 counts for allegedly mishandling classified information when leaving the White House, including sensitive nuclear programs and potential vulnerabilities of the United States and its allies to military attack. In a separate federal case, Trump faces criminal charges for his part in the January 6 riots that broke out in an effort to maintain his presidency after Joe Biden won the 2020 election. That was a highlight of the top celebrity cases of 2023. Expect even more true crime coverage in 2024, where Law&Crime Network will bring you the latest updates. Reporting for Law&Crime Network, I'm Gillespie.